Alright guys, so the day has finally come, and first of all, I'm pretty sure if you're in the gaming community and you've been plugged in, you'll know that Resident Evil 6 trailer was just announced, it was made official, and if you were on Reddit, you found out about it beforehand because someone took a few pictures of the leaked poster that someone found at a GameStop that already had Resident Evil 6 advertised with the release date, November 20th. And a few days later, of course, Capcom decided to announce that it is officially working on Resident Evil 6. And that, of course, when the trailer came out, it's pretty much done. And they're just fine tweaking it, probably, as well as probably getting some of the story down. One of the people I subscribe to, Jessica N74, or yeah, N74, decided to make a response and she posed a few questions. The main one being, is this going to be a almost like a rebirth of the Resident Evil franchise, seeing as some of the games, most of the fans feel they have been debunking away from the whole main plot of survival horror and, of course, leaving out the zombies. And I decided to make a response to her on this. My opinion, this will revive the franchise, uh, undoubtedly. Now, everyone knows that Umbrella is bigger than anyone can imagine. You know, this big global technology um, company that has offices everywhere. Leon Kennedy is in it. Yes, awesome. And Chris is in it, so they're in the same game together. We have a new character who I am expecting or predicting to be a mercenary hired by Umbrella, seeing as he was tossed in. He has a vaccine in his blood that, of course, a lot of people want to try and cure the outbreak that is affecting some town in, I forgot where, Ohio, and also the outbreak that's going on in Tokyo, where you know the game originated from, Biohazard. So yes, it finally comes to the home front for Japan, and so yeah, it looks pretty interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to be too long of a game though. Resident Evil 5 was pretty much hyped up to be a pretty good game, mainly because of the co-op that it had throughout the whole game, which made it a pretty awesome experience in my opinion. Um, but this, for it being a three-story game, three-part game, if they probably won't spend as much time as they should on each part, and of course the story it's very paper thin the line that they can cross to make the story work. And we all thought that it was going to be over in Resident Evil 5 when they killed Albert Wesker, and of course Trisell took over. Not the deal anymore. I'm kind of glad to see that they're actually taking it in a new direction, integrating the zombies back in, as well as keeping some of the more um, challenging monsters from the Resident Evil 4 games and the Resident Evil 5 games. And I'm not sure. I haven't played Resident Evil 4. She mentioned a character or two from Resident Evil 4 that I have no recollection about whatsoever. But Chris being in it, definitely a good thing. Leon being in it, of course, Leon's fighting a good fight. She had a complaint about Claire not being in there, and about Claire being in Operation Raccoon City. If you've seen Jessica, check out the animated movie Resident Evil Degeneration. Claire announced that she is officially done with trying to hunt down Umbrella. So, as far as her being in any more game of the franchises, it's going to be very slim, dealing with the main story that is. You did mention that she was going to be in Mercenaries 3D, and Mercenaries, if you, Jessica, or anyone else out there remembers playing Resident Evil 3 when Mercenaries was actually introduced, it's just a mini game, so you can play as any character you want. They also have the mini game in like a few of them. Resident Evil's released so many games, a lot of mini games that you can just bend space and time and play as any character you want to. But as far as main stories evolve, Claire would no longer be a character in the Resident Evil franchise, unless they could find some way to type her in there as a playable character and make her detrimental to a storyline. Just like with Rebecca in Resident Evil 0, I think. So, um, there is speculation about one of the main character or one of the characters being Sherry Birkin, which that would be a nice little tie-in. Um, and in a good universe, when you actually played the game Resident Evil 2 and did everything right, Sherry survived. When but when you know, of course, there was like a part where Sherry would also be like abducted, and you never know what happened to her. She was not infected. Her dad just went psycho and completely injected himself and caused the Raccoon City outbreak. But the gameplay, I can't really speculate on. They showed a little bit of it, so it looks like it's still being in a third person, over the shoulder perspective. Being able to do a lot more. You see Leon sliding around and doing all these nice little kind of parkour um, attack moves. Chris seems more like the Modern Warfare type. Leon's still stuck with his nice handy pistol, and the mercenary dude is just completely just hand to hand combat, which is going to be interesting because they actually do show him doing a few combo moves to a whole group of enemies. No, not just sticking to one enemy and doing a whole combo to them. He actually hit one, then hit another, and then jump back and hit a third one. If I remember it, I just watched the trailer and I have a lot on my mind I want to hit on this video. So, but yeah, I am really excited for this. It sucks that it was announced and right now in January. It won't come out till November, but it's not as bad as going to go see Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 in November of last year and finding out that was it November last year? I don't know. It was I think yeah summer of last year, and finding seeing the Batman Dark Knight Rises spoiler or teaser trailer and finding out hey you still got another year to wait. It's not as bad. The year will pass by quick. We got a lot of games coming out this year. Another Resident Evil movie. Screw that. But a lot of good games to keep us occupied until that game comes out, and a lot of movies coming out to help keep us even more occupied until the game comes out. So the time will pass by very quickly. I would suggest go ahead and reserving it now if you can at GameStop, and just go. You won't have to worry about it. You just go ahead and pay it off, and just wait until the 20th, maybe the midnight release on the 19th. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Jessica, if you're watching, thank you. A big fan of your reviews. So if you guys don't know Jessica, I'm going to put her link in the description below to her channel. Watch her reviews. Subscribe to her. She's a very cool chick. And I will catch you guys later. I have a few more reviews coming up for movies and I think a few game reviews too. So when I get around to that, between schoolwork and trying to get back in shape, I'll go ahead and get those posted. So yeah, take care, guys, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks a lot for all your support thus far. It's going to be a fun year for me doing this. All right, later.